Fine. Hello, and I'm so excited to be here again for the second day of my 33 aspects to help you find wholeness and completeness within. We talk about that a lot on this journey, but what we don't do is really define what that means and what are we collecting here on this journey, right? And we know it's our aspects. We talk about collecting our aspects, but that still to me felt like there's a fragment, there's a disconnect in us knowing that we have aspects and then taking a look and breaking down at what are those aspects. So today, the aspect we're going to talk about is acceptance. And when I talk about these aspects that are 33 aspects to find wholeness within, it was what was given to me through divine guidance and coming into a place. Yes, divine order. Yes, Tracy, thank you. So, coming into this place of we've separated somewhere along the way and from ourselves. And as we know, in this twin flame journey, it's a lot about separation and it's a lot about taking a look and finding the wholeness and the oneness and the completeness within. So, in that, when it comes to this concept that we have to come into the mastery of acceptance in our journey. And that is one of the things that the twin flame journey will teach you is acceptance of where you are, who you are. And the only way you find that through the twin flame journey with the twin flame, I should say even within yourself, is the twin flame is showing up to show you everything you don't want, everything you don't like, all the parts of you, all the sides of you you have separated from. And now it's about you accepting them, finding divine love for them because they've shown you the gift of yourself and for you to see yourself in the reflection. And so when you accept your twin flame, when you accept where they are in their journey, that is a reflection of you accepting yourself and where you're at in your journey. And so I invite you, as I mentioned when I started this yesterday, in these just random lives that I'll be doing, and coming in just for a few minutes just to share this idea and how you can accept these sides of yourself and talk about it more as an open forum than anything. And also, like, I'm writing about this, and actually that's what I'll be doing the rest of my today is writing on these topics of these aspects and how we come into the wholeness and the oneness. Hi, Trudy. And the completeness of who we are. So we have to accept everyone, not even just the twin flame or the journey or the experiences, but everything and everyone around us is the reflection. And so when we honor that, when we accept that, we then accept ourselves. We accept who we are. We accept where we've been. We accept who we're becoming. And we begin to accept the process of the journey. So that's another thing about this. When we come to acceptance, there's an acceptance of other people. There's an acceptance of ourselves. There's an acceptance of our journey. And one of the things I like to tell people, so this is something that can really help you master this acceptance. Looking at the end game and truly surrendering at the end game of where things are in your life, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you don't like it, most of the time that's the truth that in this journey is you don't like where you're at or what's going on because you want that person and you want them to complete you and you want them to fill needs for you when they can't. And it's about they're showing you to fulfill it for yourself. Then you can experience it with another person. But basically, to come to this end game, in this case, we'll say it in the terms of the twin flame and the twin flame journey. If you can go to the end and surrender that person, and I'm going to even change that, surrender a specific person, because you're creating limitations by putting your bullseye on a specific person, first of all, when there is a field of possibilities. And there's also the expansion of who you are, and who you are may represent in one timeline, one era, one space, one reality of a mirrored match for you. But as you expand and you grow and you evolve and you elevate, you're going to go into new heights, new levels of yourself. And it takes these ascension teachers to teach those things to you to elevate up into higher awareness, which was the aspect yesterday. So if you did miss yesterday, make sure to go back and watch my video on awareness yesterday when I kicked off this 33 days of self-mastery to collect the aspects of yourself. And I'll be doing this over the next now 31 days, I guess. So make sure to, if you've not already done so, subscribe, number one. Number two, if you've not hit the notification bell, say on YouTube, because I'm live here on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. So if you've not already, done these things and say you want to get notified, say on YouTube, hit that notification bell and you'll know whenever I come live each time. Same thing on Facebook, you get a notification. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that this is an ongoing thing and how you can get connected so that way you'll know whenever I'm coming present, because I'd like to make this an opportunity to also gain feedback from you as the audience, you as the reader of my future book, writing on this and making it a real live demonstration of what people experience going through the process of trying to gain wholeness and completeness and coming into their aspects. So one of the first questions I asked yesterday, I'm going to repeat it, is to you, what does it mean to become complete, whole, and collect your aspects? And the second part of that is, how do you find acceptance? What do you do to find acceptance within yourself and your journey? And how do you accept your twin flame? The minute you come in and face the fear of letting go of the idea that it has to be that person or that one person, and you release and let go of the grip of your limitation of holding on to this person, is the minute you can surrender and allow and open up and let go and open the space, coming into a place of acceptance that will then bring more to who you are to you. And now you create the awareness we talked about yesterday, and you're seeing more of who you are, and you're no longer separating from who you are, and especially from who you're becoming or who you should be in this moment. And it's letting go of who you've been is the pain. So I always say, when you're letting go of your twin flame, you're letting go of the pain. The painful part of letting it go is letting go of yourself. You're letting go of the painful sides of yourself that no longer serve you. And hanging on to them is hanging on to you at a level that you're blocking yourself from expanding into the next version of you. So back to acceptance, what I'm saying here is that you going to the end of releasing a specific person or the outcome of this person or anything for that matter. But in this case, we're talking about the twin flame, and you're surrendering that twin flame and accepting the idea that you may not be with that person. And by letting go of the idea of surrendering, that letting go of the idea that that person has to fulfill these needs and make you whole and complete, and like allow yourself to see it, feel it, and heal it. And then the how you let go, I see that question you have there. You let go basically one layer at a time. And each time that you have it, you don't you don't resist the idea you have the resistance. Because if you resist the idea you have resistance and you judge that, then you're going to create more resistance to letting go. But if you can say, okay, it may not be this person, but here's what I want, X, Y, Z. So the key in this is, what do you want in a relationship? What do you want in your love affair with life? What do you want to experience? And I've said this over and over and over, if you don't know what you want, you can't have it because you're not getting in alignment with it and you're not becoming the frequency of it if you don't know how to attune to that and how to connect to that. So you may not know what you want, and that's okay. All you have to do is surrender to the idea that you signed up for something. You signed up for an experience. You signed up for this twin flame journey. You signed up for a purpose. You signed up for an ultimate calling, which is why I've been telling people that I have that new program, which is the 6-Figure Lightworker Academy. I do have links in my bio on Instagram and above and below, I guess, on YouTube, and above up the descriptions in Facebook. So make sure to check that out, because today is actually the first official kickoff day of all the content being uploaded and ready for that. And, I have been being called to help light workers, way showers, step into their highest version of their purpose and their calling. Now, in the twin flame journey, we're being called into a purpose, into a mission. We're being called to be the way showers and the light workers. And the twin flames are activating us. Hey, Pat Powers. What do you want? Yes, that is right. What do you want? Pat, what do you want? What do you want, Pat? Tell me. I'm writing this in my book, and I'm gathering information to help share how you can collect all the aspects of yourself to become whole and complete, so that you can create self-mastery in your divinity and your destiny. And you can then attune and align with your dreams and your goals and desires. But you have no motivation to do it if you don't know what you want. You don't have any motivation to do it if you don't know what you want. I had this conversation with Julian yesterday. He's working on his own dreams and desires, and he's going through things to be able to connect to more of who he is and wake up those sides of himself and collect those aspects, just like we all are. I'm doing the same. I want to help others learn the simplicity of the concept. Oh, yeah. I love that. Simplicity is another word here. And I don't know if it's one of my aspects or not that I created on the 33 aspects that we need to collect. But what I will say is, everyone is desiring more simplicity, and we're also translating languages, and we're simplifying words even. So when we came into this journey, and we've been speaking words that are very high vibrational words, and they all are, but we're changing the language or the meaning of words, changing them from one frequency to another. And so I know I've been called into this thing with words and knowing, for instance, give you an example, manifesting. To me, manifesting is outdated. People look at manifesting, it comes from the mind. Where magnetizing is a frequency and a vibration that I attract something from my heart, which goes back to, what do you desire? So you are being the magnet. So when you basically surrender, you let go, and you come into the acceptance of who you are, what you came here, what the outcomes are, then you can surrender into what it is you came here to do and who you are. And let's see, when we know, oh yeah, I'm going to put this up here. That's so good, Pat. When we know what we want, we can affirm it and intend those desires into manifestation. And yes. And we intend those manifestations even through magnetization, through the magnetic heart. The heart is 1,000 times more magnetic than the mind. And people have been learned and trained to manifest from the mind, but you're magnetizing from your heart. And let's affirm that we're coming into a place of full acceptance of who we are, what our journey is, what we came here to do, and the idea that we chose these even twin flame experiences from a level to teach us acceptance of our own self, our own flaws, our own limitations and what it is that we are at the core of our true, authentic self. And that's what this journey is about, being authentic, being authentic. So I'm going to let you go because I'm not going to drag out these preach it, Pat, like these sermons. I don't know if they're sermons or not, but it is my truth and it is my goal and it is my mission to come here to help people find wholeness, completeness, oneness within. And I was guided to do this, and that's why I'm here. And so if you have been guided to do something, and this is what I'm saying with that 6-figure lightworker blueprint and how I'm calling all lightworkers and we showers, that we have a soul calling where we came here to do something. And so many people on this journey of lightworkers have done so much inner work. Now they're like really like getting into a place of what is my purpose and what did I come here for? And how can I step into that at a greater version? And that's one of the things I'm helping people do through my 6-figure lightworker blueprint. And I'm so excited about it. Please check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing to come into acceptance of yourself, into acceptance of your twin flame, into acceptance of this journey. Let me know how you're, navigating your self-mastery and your wholeness and completeness. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I do got to say one thing. I am doing I have a couple things coming up. I just want to say this real quick. So, tomorrow I'm going to be in alchemy training with one of my teachers all day, like 8 hours. So I got to figure out how to come on before or after. And Monday is the Lion's Gate, and it's Julian and I's wedding anniversary. Pat Powers, you were at our wedding. So, we're celebrating that day, and I don't know what we're going to do, but like, these are a few things I got to figure out. And that's how, like, to navigate this, I just got to say, is truly coming here in the authenticity of showing up in a way that I was guided, that I don't have all of these 33 days planned out, but somehow I'm going to show up and share my truth of what I've been asked to do within my next level. And that's one of the things I say, as I've had a desire to go live for a 30-day live challenge. Okay, so I put myself to the test. And what greater time? Then I think about that too. I go and do it at a time like that I'm got new things that I'm launching and I'm writing, and I need to stay focused on my writing time. But here I am, and I'm about to get off. I'm about to go start writing about all these things we're talking about. And I'm so excited because I got the contract finalized with the publisher yesterday. And so I'll see you guys in the next video, and hope to see you in the Lightworker Academy. And the lives are coming up on August 10th and 25th for that academy. And there's lots of yummy things in there, and I won't go into the details now, but check it out and watch those videos because they might just resonate with you on the page that I have in the link above. Okay, lots of love. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.